Happy Monday, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majestic coming to you from the North Georgia Majestic Studios with your Talking Live forecast update here on your June 29th, 2026. Well, we've been talking about it, and we're finally here, folks. We got the hottest week of the summer coming at us this week, as we're going to be looking at limited rain chances, very steamy conditions. We'll have to be dealing with heat advisories of different criteria across the region. But the good news is I don't think this is going to be sticking around too long, as we do have a bit of a break coming our way on the 7-day forecast. We'll give you an update on that here in just a second. Now, before we get rolling here on this full report, if you're new here to the Talking Live Broadcast Channel's Facebook page, please give us a follow. And if you happen to be watching over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. But more importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all future weather updates, just like this one. All right, we're recording this one a little early today because yours truly's got to go into Fox 5 in Atlanta, do a little daytime weather action today. So, but definitely a very steamy start. You can just feel it in the air if you haven't been outside. And probably a good idea just to stay inside for today. Helen, we were over near Dahlonega yesterday afternoon, and it was just pretty steamy even then on Sunday. So here's what the current watches and warnings are as far as your heat advisories are concerned. We got extreme heat over here in the purple zones and heat advisories here in the orange. Nothing officially here in Chattanooga, but it's all relative, right? It's still going to be pretty hot and steamy outside for today. We're probably going to add some of the counties in here for Tuesday, so we'll have an update for you here on Tuesday as well and through the rest of the week as we kind of watch this hot weather. Radar is going to stay relatively quiet, folks. Again, with this kind of heat around, you can never totally rule out maybe a stray shower or thunderstorm, but for the most part, this entire week's going to be fairly dry until we get to the weekend, and that's when we'll start to see some changes start to take place as we kind of back off this extreme heat. So again, we're starting off temperatures here in the 70s to begin our day. Very muggy, very warm. We'll be doing that again for your Tuesday morning and for the rest of the week as we stay kind of on the steamy side. And really the whole southeast is probably not going to see a whole lot of rainfall activity until we get till later in the weekend. That's when we'll see things kind of break down, as that high pressure ridge is supposed to break down, and we should see things get to more of a what we call a seasonable summertime pattern back at us. All right. Now, we are watching an area of disturbed weather here off the East Coast here a little bit. It was running about 20% over the weekend, but it has been downgraded by the Hurricane Center back down to about 10% right now. Nothing to be concerned about this for right now. There was some indications maybe toward the end of last week, maybe some of this moisture could back into the southeast, but right now, not got a lot of high hopes on this one for right now, but we'll see if anything develops. Our next named storm, by the way, is Bertha, and for this hurricane season, by the way, because of the unfavorable conditions in the Atlantic, I think a lot of tropical activity will probably be developing closer to the coast, so keep that in mind for this hurricane season. Now, we do have a general thunderstorm threat in the forecast here for the next couple of days. Doesn't mean everybody's going to see any rain. It just means we got a chance of thunderstorms in the area. So, but again, very limited. I don't see a lot of activity that's going to be out there for sure. And looking at the rapid refresh model here, you see what I'm talking about. Really not even lighting up much of way of activity here for any one day. Wednesday's looking pretty quiet, but again, we'll see some hot spots here and there as we go into your Tuesday and Wednesday. So we'll watch it closely. Again, the better chance for rain, that'll be arriving going into 4th of July weekend when we bump it up to maybe 40%. And that's going to allow those temperatures to start to back and sneak off a little bit. So we'll stick around for my 7-day. You'll see what I'm talking about. So really no major weather systems here across Southeast. Old boundary kind of washing itself out there across the Carolinas. We got high pressure setting up here across the Southeast. So just get ready for hot, dry weather. Don't be doing anything outside in the late afternoon and early evening hours. That's when it's going to be the most miserable. And then we'll see, obviously first thing in the morning would be the best time to do anything outside if you can help it. That's the way it looks for right now. So forecast here as we go into your Tuesday looking like this. We're going to see temperatures here 96 and 75 in Chattanooga. So a very steamy day. So these high temperatures here on Monday that you're seeing going to be kind of a carbon copy as we go into your Tuesday. So as we go into your Tuesday forecast here, going into your Monday morning, or Tuesday morning, I should say, you see temperatures here very balmy, staying well into the 70s, mid-70s out there, very hot and steamy. And then our afternoon high temperatures here, very hot. This one's even hotter than what I'm going 98 there in Chattanooga. And then when you factor in that heat advisory, the heat that feel like temperatures, we got 103, 102, 102. So I do suspect if this is holding true here, we'll probably see the expansion of these heat advisories even in East Tennessee and North Georgia here, especially. Only the mountain locations have a little bit of relief, but even Hiawassee showed a feel-like temperature of 93. It is very steamy, to say the least, here across our area for the entire week. And look at across the southeast. Remember I was telling you last week we were going to see a lot more 90s here on the map, and that's what we're seeing here all across the southeast. And that means those feel-like temperatures everywhere are going to be quite brutal and quite hot. Take a look at these as well. All across the southeast, everybody popping 100 degrees plus here from many locations. So no matter where you go across the southeast, yep, it's going to be a steamer. All right, so next 7 days, here are the changes I'm talking about. We're going to stay in the upper 90s all week. Limited rain chances here going into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But I do bring it up to 40% starting the 4th of July and going into Monday of the following week. Look what the temperatures start to do. They start backing off. In 91.73, that's back to seasonable levels. So it's still summertime, folks. We're still going to have the heat, but at least we get back to what's normal. And the other good news is it doesn't look like this dry period is going to last for very long. So I know we've been really chipping away at the drought conditions across East Tennessee, North Georgia. We may see a slight fallback on the next update, but I don't expect us to go back into drought conditions as we get back to more seasonable levels across the area. Now, with the opportunities for thunderstorms increasing, especially going into the 4th of July weekend, you may want to go ahead and download our free weather app. It's the word, it's free. If you're an Apple user, it's the QR code on top. If you are an Android user, that's the QR code on the bottom there at Google Play. You can download this. It's one of the best weather apps in the business. It'll alert you when there's rain approaching your area, lightning nearby, severe weather alerts, hour-by-hour forecast, a nice future cast, so you can kind of get a general idea of what a radar is going to go in the next hour. And great tool. Go ahead, this is sponsored by our weather app sponsor, Roof It Forward out of Woodstock, Georgia. If you're in Georgia and you do need a good quality roof, give these guys a call, and guess what? They give a portion of each job back to local children's charity. It is truly a pay-it-forward organization. Again, I appreciate you guys checking us out here. I know early recording today. We're going to do it again for tomorrow. The rest of the schedule for the week, we'll have our regular day on Wednesday. And then after that, I'm going to take in a 4-day. I'm taking Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So Wednesday will get you ready for the weekend. Not looking at any major events here. Just got to get you an idea what the temperatures and rain chances be doing going into your 4th of July weekend. Again, appreciate you guys checking us out. Make sure you give us a follow there on Facebook and over on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell to be alerted on all future weather updates. All right, that's it for today. Y'all be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys enjoy this week and stay cool out there. Bye-bye.